Hi, my name is Emily Russell, and I am a singer and songwriter. And lately, I've been just feeling really pressed to share my story. I'm thinking that maybe it's the most important thing that comes out of my mouth. A few weeks ago, I was talking to one of my pastors, and I had told him that I really feel like more than anything that I just want to share with people that God is real. And he said, "Well, how are you going to do that?" And I just kind of thought about that for a second, and I said, I guess I just have to share my story. You see, I didn't grow up going to church regularly, or I went with friends here and there, in and out, um, in my childhood, and I never picked up a Bible and read it till I was 26. Actually, till after I was saved. And um, I mean, I feel like that's really important because in my story, it was just purely a real experience, not something that I grew up believing, not something I was told to believe. In fact, I feel like my parents never wanted to put that kind of pressure, you know, and never forced us to be a part of anything like that. So for me, it's just a real experience. And so here's my story. Me and my husband were invited to attend Sunday services with some friends at First Baptist Church of Warrensburg. And so we decided to go, and both of us thought this is pretty cool. It was much different than anything I had ever experienced in going to church with friends here and there. It was really fun, and I enjoyed it. A few months later, we signed up to be in a Financial Peace University class with my husband again, and the very last day of and lesson of that class really just sunk in with me, where it talks about how the resources that we have, they're all blessings from God to begin with. So it's a responsibility on our behalf how we use the resources that He's given us. And that just really, I just got it. It made sense to me. Shortly thereafter, I had a friend that I felt needed a support group of some sort, and so I suggested that we meet up at FBC, where I had gone and was impressed with the church, because I thought, hey, a church is a support group, so we'll just go there, right? So that was the reason why I went to FBC. And actually, that person wasn't able to meet me that morning to begin with, but there was something about it. Again, the music was phenomenal. It was like being at a rock concert. It just was completely different than anything I had ever experienced before. And I just kept feeling pushed to come back, and I came back every Sunday. And Sunday after Sunday, I would be brought to tears. There were a couple vocalists in particular who, when they worshipped, I mean, I would just bawl, and I would have no idea why. I was just moved to tears almost every time that I went to church, and again, I just did not understand what was happening. But and I just continuously felt this push. They would ask anybody who wanted to, talk, to come forward and talk with somebody if they chose to do that. And I kept feeling this push, like literally somebody tapping me on my shoulder, go up there, go up there. But I was too chicken, because it's a pretty big church, so I wasn't going to just walk up randomly, not knowing what I was supposed to say or do when I got up there. But I felt that push. And it was actually December 28th, 2008. I remember because it was the Sunday right after Christmas. And I was sitting there in the pews, looking at the band, and I thought to myself, am I coming for the right reasons? Because, the music just kept bringing me back. And, everybody talks about hearing that still small voice, and that was the first time that I heard God speak to me. And he said, you're going to do for others what these girls have done for you, and that's get people to come back to church one more time. And that day, my friends, the ones who originally invited me to church in the first place, they gave me a Bible and a book. I believe it's called A Call to Joy. And so I went home that night and thought I'd try that day. Anyways, fast forward to the night, and I had laid my little, probably 6-7 month old baby down to bed, and started reading the Call to Joy book. And honestly, it was like math. I did not understand it. I didn't know what the chapters and verses, and I didn't know how to read it. So I was literally flipping through, excuse me, I was flipping through trying to find something that I could read that made any sense to me. And there was a prayer. It was called a salvation prayer. And as it talked to about us all being sinners and acknowledging that we're sinners, that clicked. It just clicked as I read through it. I started realizing that I wasn't the only person in the world who had made some bad choices and just done stupid things. And so it made sense. It just kind of felt like I don't have anything to be ashamed of, because we're all sinners. We're all like on an even platform. And also I just, I guess I just fully, in that moment, I just fully decided to just trust on blind faith that Jesus Christ did in fact die on the cross for us. And so, like I said, I read through that prayer. It made sense. I prayed that prayer. And that night at 3 a.m, I was woken up, and I literally had a warm, fuzzy, tingly sensation. That I could only describe as what it might be like to be in the presence of God. It consumed me. It was warm, and I just remember it being such a physical sensation. It was real, and at the same time, I felt these huge burdens just lifted off of my shoulders. I just remember feeling like I don't even have to worry about the stupid things that I regret in my past, because those are not the things that define me. And I also at the same time remember this immense sense of forgiveness that people that I had held grudges against, that I needed to write them letters and just say, I'm really sorry, but the past is the past, and I'm sorry that I've held this anger towards you. And then at the same time, I also felt this incredible sense of joy. I was so excited. And again, I come from no religious background. I have no idea what's happening in this moment. I just know that, oh my gosh, something is happening. My life is changing. I'm excited about it. I am on fire about it. And I'm starting to look at the world in different ways immediately at 3 o'clock in the morning. Again, with this like physical, warm, fuzzy sensation. And I'm pretty sure I even emailed my friends who had invited me to church initially. You know, hey, I just can't thank you enough for for inviting me to church and for sharing your faith with me. And you know, I don't know what's coming, but I just feel really excited, and that's all I could ever get. And so that was my salvation. I mean, I continued to feel really pressed about going down to the congregation when they would have an invitation. But I was just, like I said, I was too chicken to walk up in front of that many people and not understand what I was going through. But I remember emailing our pastor at that time, and I said, when I showed up to his office, I was like, I need to talk to you. I don't know about what, I don't know why I'm here, but I'm excited. And that is where it began for me. So, I don't know, I guess I just feel like it's significant because it wasn't something that I was trained to believe, or something that I read, or you know, I don't know. It didn't come from anything else but my heart in that moment, where I just decided to just trust that what I'm hearing is truth, and yeah, you know, they talk about having a childlike faith, and I think that's one of the gifts that I've been blessed with, because I just believe. I mean, we all love facts. We're humans. It's our culture. It's built and bred into us that we want to have answers for everything. But I just choose to trust that we know the things that we need to know, and I'm just growing from there. I still feel like such a baby believer. I'm still trying to work my way through the Bible. It's really difficult to understand, and frankly, sometimes it's boring. Sometimes there's parts that I understand. Sometimes there's parts that hit me in the face, and you know, like a direct message line from God, you needed to know this. But I'm just a regular person who grew up with a very normal childhood, normal life, and God called my name out of the blue, out of nowhere. I wasn't struggling. I had, you know, at that point in my life, I had just become a stay-at-home mom. Life was really good. I wasn't searching for some God to rescue me out of a terrible situation. God just called my name, and that is why I believe God is real. I have way more story to tell, and so I'm going to make a part 2 from what happened, but I really felt like it was important to share my salvation story in hopes that it encourages anybody else out there that might have doubts. And I just want to say that's totally normal. You know, I still doubt, but from time to time, but God always shows up to show me, look, I'm still here with you. So anyways, I just felt like if anything else was, you know, all the songs and all the words on my heart, this one might just be the most important to share. So anyways, all right, well, keep watching, and I look forward to sharing the part B of my story about how all this music has come about. So, all right, well, take care, and thanks for watching.